in last lecture we have started chapter number 1. Okay, introduction we have seen, that is chapter number 1 is crop production and management. Introduction we have seen in last lecture, and so today we will continue with this chapter. Okay, in last lecture I have explained you the term agriculture. What is the meaning of agriculture? Yes, what is the answer? What will be the answer? What is agriculture? Yes, agriculture is the process in which crops are grown, plants are planted, and rearing of animals is done so that we get food, clothing and other useful products. So this whole is included inside the term agriculture. Agriculture means planting the plants or crops and rearing of animals. Rearing means taking care of animals so that we can get the product from that particular animal. For example, from cow and buffalo we get milk. So cow and buffalo, care is taken of cow and buffalo. So this whole is included in agriculture. Now next is agriculture practices. So for having crops, means from crops we will get food product, we will get food, and from animal also we will get animal product. So directly we will not get that product. For that, for getting the desired product, for getting the food, step by step processes has to be followed, several activities has to be done, then and only then we will get the food. Okay, so this is included inside the term agricultural practices. Means we have to follow certain steps we have to follow so that we get that food product and animal product. So whole that steps are included in the term agricultural practices. So now which steps has to be followed? Just now I told you that we have to follow the steps, but which steps we have to follow? That each step we will see in detail in today's lecture. Okay, each steps we will see in detail. So open page number 12. Page number 12, textbook is Science Horizon. Open page number 12. In that, first step is soil preparation. Okay, so I have told you we will see the steps in detail. In that, first one is soil preparation. Okay, let us see in detail soil preparation. Have textbook with you. We will go line to line. Okay, chalo, let us start. Soil preparation. Plants grow in soil. Therefore, it is very important to prepare the soil before we start growing plants. So, soil preparation is the first step in agriculture. Okay, we already know. We want a food product. We want food. Okay. So, from where we will get food? From crops, from plant. And where these crops grow? These crops grow inside the soil. Crops or plant grow inside the soil. So first thing, the soil should be prepared. Okay, so the first step is soil should be prepared. So first, this is the first step. Soil should be prepared. Why? Because whatever the food we want, it is grown inside the soil only. So first step is to prepare the soil. Next, many steps are involved in preparing the soil. Now, preparing the soil, we will see in detail how the soil is prepared. Preparation of soil is also having many steps. In that, first one is plowing. Okay, in preparation of soil, first one is plowing. Now let us see plowing in detail. In this process, underline that, in this process the soil is first loosened and turned so that it becomes aerated for roots. A plow is made up of either wood or iron. Okay, plowing, what is plowing? In plowing, a device or an apparatus named plow is used. Okay, plow is used. With the help of plow, the soil is loosened. ठीक है, प्लो के मदद से सॉइल को मूवमेंट किया जाता है, प्लो के मदद से. ठीक है, उस प्रोसेस को हम क्या बोलेंगे? प्लोइंग. तो हम प्लो क्यों करते हैं? वाई वी डू प्लोइंग? बिकॉज वी डू प्लोइंग बिकॉज रिक्वायर्ड अमाउंट ऑफ एयर कैन एंटर इनसाइड द सॉइल. रिक्वायर अमाउंट ऑफ एयर जो है सॉइल के अंदर जाना चाहिए, इसीलिए हम क्या करते हैं? प्लोइंग करते हैं. और यूजुअली द डिवाइस इज प्लो. ओके, नाउ प्लो इज मेड अप ऑफ आइदर वुड और आयरन. ओके, आयरन इज अ मेटल. प्लो जो है या तो वुड या तो आयरन का बना होता है. सो व्हाट इज प्लोइंग? So in preparation of soil, first step is plowing. Okay, usually generally plow can be used. Okay, if you are not having any other device, दूसरा कोई device नहीं है तो plow use किया जाता है. You can like this, the structure is plow. Rough structure I have drawn here, and this plow is entered inside the soil. Soil के अंदर inside outside we have to enter. And that process is known as plowing. Okay, why we are doing plowing? Plowing क्यों किया जाता है? ताकि जरूर हो इतनी मात्रा में एयर जो है सॉइल के अंदर जा सके. एयर कैन एंटर in required amount in the soil, because if the soil is not getting air, means if it is not getting oxygen or other gases, then it is not then the crops that is inside the soil will not be able to grow properly. Growth will not take place properly if the soil is not getting sufficient amount of required gas. That's why plowing is done. Okay, so here one thing I told you about plow. Another thing what you can use. Plow can be used. Okay, another what can be used? So second paragraph, second line, plowing is either done manually with the help of bullock or a camel, or with the help of tractor. We can also use camel, bullock or tractor also for plowing. Okay, it is not necessary that you use plow only. With the help of this animals named as camel and bullock, plowing can also be done. Okay, and tractor also we can use. For which purpose? Plowing purpose. Okay, for plowing purpose, camel, bullock, these are the animals, and tractor can also be used. You can see in the figure also. Okay, here. So this is a tractor cultivator. So now we will see, nowadays tools called cultivators driven by tractors are increasingly being used for plowing. Here you see students, this is a tractor and here cultivator is used. Okay, tractor is attached with the cultivator. Now below you can see it is a plow only. Okay, so with the help of this tractor cultivator, this hole is known as tractor cultivator. With the help of this, plowing can be done. You can see this with the help of tractor, this soil is being plowed. ठीक है, soil को plow किया जा रहा है, आप देख सकते हो यहाँ पे. So this instrument is known as tractor cultivator, and that tractor is driven by a driver. So now students, there is one benefit. If we will use this tractor cultivator, what will happen? Time will be less amount of time will be used. Okay, less time will be used, and also effort, also less hard work we have to do for that. Time will be saved, in short. Okay, and less amount of effort we have to make. Less time, less efforts. Okay, means time will be saved if we are using this tractor. Next paragraph, plowing is important because it allows, underline most important, it allows the roots to reach deeper in the soil. This helps to fix the plant more firmly to the ground and helps the soil to mix with fertilizers. See, first use I have told you what is the importance of plowing. What is the importance of plowing? First thing, sufficient amount of air can reach the soil because of plowing. Second thing, what will happen? The roots will go still deeper inside the soil. Whatever plant you have planted or crops you have planted, what will happen? That roots of that plant, that crop, will go deeper and deeper inside the soil. And when it will go deeper inside the soil, it will get fixed properly. Fixing is done properly. The roots will get fixed properly. And if the roots are getting fixed properly, then if you are adding manure or fertilizer, you already know what is manure and fertilizer. Manure and fertilizers are used to increase the growth of the plant or a crop. Okay, so if you will mix the manure is naturally prepared. You have already studied in earlier classes. Manure is naturally prepared, and fertilizer is chemically prepared. Means, in short, manure is in nature we can prepare with the help of natural things, and fertilizers we prepare chemically in industries with the help of chemicals. Okay, so if you will add manure and fertilizers, it will get mixed properly. And if the manure and fertilizers get mixed properly, then the growth of the plant will take place speedily in the required amount. So once again I am explaining you the importance. What is the importance of plowing? Importance of plowing. First thing is air can reach the soil, okay, in desired quantity. Air means the required gas can reach the soil easily. That's why plowing can be is done. Second thing, when you will do plowing, at that time what will happen? Roots of the plant, whichever plant you have planted or crops, will go still deeper inside the soil. and when it will go still deeper inside the soil, it will get fixed properly. Okay, it will get fixed properly, firmly, strongly, and at that time, if you are mixing the manure or fertilizer, it will get mixed properly. Okay, write it down, this key points in your rough book. Okay, I hope plowing is clear to you. Now next step. Inside the preparation of soil. Just now what we are seeing? Preparation of soil. So the next step, second step of preparation of soil is leveling. You can see in your textbook. So next step is leveling. What is leveling? Sometimes big lumps of soil remains on the fields even after plowing. Farmers use wooden or iron planks, called levelers for leveling the soil to crush big lumps of soil, and this process is known as leveling. Nowadays levelers are attached to tractors to make leveling easier and faster. Students, you can see in the figure, this is a levelers is wooden or iron plank. What is wooden or iron plank? You can see in the figure, this thing. Okay, now students, this leveler is attached with the bullock. Okay, in earlier times this leveler were used individually as it is, and this plank or leveler is made up of which material? Wooden. It can be wooden also, and it can be made up of iron also. Just now you can see in the figure, it is attached with the bullock cart. Okay, and nowadays it is attached with the tractor also. You can attach with the bullock cart or you can attach with the tractor also, and then it is used. So that is clear to you what is leveler. Leveler is a plank, and that plank, how it looks you can see in the figure, and that plank is made up of wooden material or it can be also made up of iron material. Now device is clear to you, but what is the meaning of leveling? What is the meaning of leveling? Students, what happens after plowing? Okay, first step we have done plowing. We have loosened the soil with the help of plow. After plowing also, lumps of soil are left in the field. Lumps of soils are left in the field, and these lumps are broke with these levelers, with the help of these levelers, and this process is known as leveling. and this process is known as leveling. See, when you will observe the field after plowing के बाद जब आप फील्ड में देखोगे तो आपको एक जो है लंप मिलेगा, लम्प्स, बहुत सारे लम्प्स देखने को मिलेंगे सॉइल के. मीन्स इट इज अ वन थिंग होल. Lumps of soil you can see, like see, suppose this is a field. For example, this I have roughly drawn a field. Here you will see like this. What are this? These are the lumps of soil. Means soil particles get attached strongly with each other. It is known as lumps. Soil particles get attached with each other strongly and it will form a rough structure. It is not like this circle only, rough structure, and that is known as lump of soil. Now students, this lump has to be broken. इस lump को जो है break करना is very necessary. तो उसके लिए हम क्या यूज करेंगे? लेवलर यूज करेंगे. और जब ये lumps break हो जाएंगे, the process by which the lumps get break, that process is known as leveling. And nowadays levelers are attached with the tractor, bullock cart, etc. Okay, so I hope second step is clear to you, leveling. Now third step. First write it down, this, note it down. So in earlier times, lot of time was wasted because only leveler was used as it is. But nowadays leveler is attached with the bullock or tractor. See, if we do comparison between bullock and tractor, so which one of the following from the two will use less time? So yes, answer will be tractor. If the leveler is attached with the tractor, then time will be saved. Okay, less time will be used by tractor and efforts will also be required less. Then will come bullock, and then as it is levelers are used, it will require more time. Now third step of preparation of soil. Now third step is adding fertilizers. So first we have done plowing, second we have done leveling, now third is adding fertilizer. Pay attention, all plants grow in soil and absorb water and nutrients from it. The soil therefore need to be kept healthy. Plant absorb nutrients from the soil over a long time, and so the level of nutrients decreases and needs to be replenished. We can replenish, underline that, we can replenish the soil by adding fertilizers. Okay, now students pay attention. Okay, you know. You know, for the growth of the plant, what plant requires? Yes, what plant requires? Plant requires nutrients, plant require water, H2O, plant require sunlight also. Okay, so this nutrients and water, from where this plant get? Plant get this nutrients and water from the roots, and roots get nutrients and water from soil. In short, plant get nutrients and water from the soil. So as the plant is using this nutrient and nutrients and water, the amount of nutrients and water, or we can say nutrients, so the amount of nutrients in the soil decreases. So we have to maintain the amount of nutrients in the soil, क्योंकि प्लांट जो है ये न्यूट्रिएंट्स यूज कर लेता है सॉइल के अंदर से सब न्यूट्रिएंट्स ले लेता है. धीरे धीरे क्या होगा, न्यूट्रिएंट्स की मात्रा सॉइल में कम हो जाएगी. तो सॉइल को न्यूट्रिएंट्स देना पड़ेगा बाहर से. अगर न्यूट्रिएंट्स नहीं देंगे तो क्या होगा, ग्रोथ होगा प्लांट का? नहीं होगा ना. तो प्लांट को न्यूट्रिएंट्स हम कहाँ से देंगे? फ्रॉम वेयर वी विल गिव. सो व्हाट वी विल डू, वी विल ऐड फर्टिलाइजर. ठीक है, हम क्या ऐड करेंगे? फर्टिलाइजर ऐड करेंगे सॉइल में, और फिर से न्यूट्रिएंट्स की मात्रा सॉइल के अंदर इंक्रीज हो जाएगी. और न्यूट्रिएंट्स की मात्रा इंक्रीज होगी तो प्लांट को भी सफिशिएंट अमाउंट में न्यूट्रिएंट्स मिलेगा और प्लांट का ग्रोथ होगा. सो वंस अगेन आई एम रिपीटिंग, plants get nutrients from soil. As the plant is absorbing the nutrients from the soil, the amount of nutrients in the soil decreases. So if the amount will decrease, the growth of the plant will not take place properly. So from outside we have to add nutrients. From outside we have to add nutrients, and that's why we are adding fertilizer to this soil. When we will add fertilizer to this soil, the plant will get required amount of nutrients and the growth of the plant will take place properly. I hope it is clear to you. Now what is fertilizer? What is fertilizer? Let us see. Okay, why we are adding fertilizer? We are adding fertilizer to increase the amount of nutrients in the soil, and if the amount of nutrients increase in the soil, the growth of the plant take place properly. Okay, now page number 13, definition of fertilizer is given. Just now only I told you, fertilizer is a chemical, chemically prepared. Proper definition is given to you. Underline it. What are fertilizers? Fertilizers are substances that contain one or more nutrients needed by plants for their growth. Just now only I told you what are fertilizer. It contains nutrients, the nutrients which are needed for the growth of plant. Fertilizer. So what are fertilizers? Fertilizers are chemicals which contains nutrients, and these nutrients are very essential for the growth of plant. Farmers spray fertilizer on soil and plant. Okay, spraying process is done. You can see spraying fertilizer. So fertilizers are sprayed with the help of sprayer. Next, now fertilizers can be either natural or chemical. So fertilizers can be of two types. One is natural and another is chemical. So which are the natural fertilizers? So example I am writing here: bone meal, humus, compost, dried bark of neem, these are natural fertilizers. Now chemical fertilizers names are given to you. NPK. Full form of NPK is N for nitrogen, P for phosphorus, and K for potassium. Then urea, potash and ammonium sulfate. Urea, potash and ammonium sulfate. So once again, see, fertilizers, how many types? Two types. One is natural fertilizers and another is chemical fertilizer. In natural fertilizers, bone meal. Now students, what is a bone meal? Bone meal is a powdered form of animal meat. Powdered form of animal meat is a bone meal. Animal meat. Powdered form of animal meat is known as bone meal. Then humus, compost, definition is given of humus, just now we will see. Then dried bark of neem, you know bark of neem. These all are included in natural fertilizers. Now chemicals, you can see these all are chemicals only. NPK, N for nitrogen, P for phosphorus and K stands for potassium. Full form of NPK. Write it down in your textbook. Next is urea, potash and ammonium sulfate. These all are chemical fertilizers. You can draw this chart form in your rough book, or in your textbook also with the help of pencil you can do. Note it down. Now what is humus? Definition is given to you below. So inside the soil, whenever any dead plant or dead animal is entered inside the soil, okay, then it will get converted it will get decayed. It will get decayed by bacteria or worms present inside the soil. And you will get a substance. That substance is known as humus. ठीक है, जब प्लांट और एनिमल डाई हो जाते हैं तो आपको पता है सॉइल में हम उसको इमर्स कर देते हैं। तो आपको पता ही होगा कि सॉइल में जो बैक्टीरिया प्रेजेंट है या कोई भी वॉर्म्स प्रेजेंट है वो क्या करेंगे, प्लांट और एनिमल की डेड बॉडी को कन्वर्ट करेंगे, सिंपल फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट करेंगे। और जो सिंपल फॉर्म में आपको प्रोडक्ट मिलेगा, जो भी चीज़ मिलेगी, सब्सटेंस मिलेगा, उसे हम ह्यूमस कहते हैं। इनसाइड द सॉइल bacteria and worm are present. And whenever dead plant and animals are immersed or placed inside the soil, this bacteria will convert this plant and animal. It will decay it, decompose it into small, simpler form. And whatever the substance you will get is known as humus. Okay. So finally, whichever product you will get is known as humus. Okay, now last paragraph. You have studied in class 6 that red worms, a type of worms, break down organic waste into nutrients-rich manure, which increases soil fertility. This is called vermicomposting. You can see in the figure 1.6 vermicomposting. This is the soil. Inside the soil, worms are present. Let us see what is vermicomposting. So whenever inside the soil you add organic waste. Now what is organic waste? Inside the organic waste, vegetable waste, fruit waste, tree waste, everything. Is included in organic. This all things are organic. For example, what is the vegetable waste? I hope it is clear. Suppose you are using onion, then you will remove the upper layer of onion, then you will use. You will remove it, no? So that upper layer of onion is of no use for us. So that is the one kind of waste. So vegetable waste, same thing for fruit waste. Okay, upper layer you remove it, it is of no use for us. So fruit waste, tree waste, this whole things are organic waste. So whenever organic waste are entered into soil, inside soil, red worms are present. Now what are red worms? They are a type of worms. They are under the category worms. What they will do? They will convert this whole waste, organic waste, into simpler form, and that's why this process is known as vermicomposting. It will convert the organic waste into simpler form, and this process is known as vermicomposting. And whatever the substance you will get here is known as manure. When this organic waste is converted into simpler form, it is known as manure. And this manure is also rich in nutrients. This manure is also rich in nutrients. So instead of fertilizer, we can use manure also for the growth of plant. Okay, जो भी आपको ये लास्ट में manure मिलेगा, उसमें nutrients बहुत ज़्यादा मात्रा में होगा और आप growth of plant के लिए use कर सकोगे. And this process is known as vermicomposting. Okay, note it down. Okay, so students, I hope it is clear. Today we have discussed preparation of soil. First step was plowing, second was leveling, and third was adding fertilizer. Fertilizers are of two types, natural and chemical. And we have also seen vermicomposting, in which worms convert organic waste into manure. and manure is also rich in nutrients and it can also be used for growth of plant. So I hope whole this first step is preparation of soil is clear to you. Revise all the points in homework, write it down once, whole important points. We will continue next lecture. Okay, till then, bye.